Hi there. This week's question is, why is network failover important? My name is Steve. This is TQA Weekly. I am Canadian. This is related to the 8th of July 2022 when Rogers went offline, taking out Interac across the entire country. We're not going to be talking about Rogers, but I want you to know that this happens a lot with Rogers. We will be comparing Interac, though, to Visa, MasterCard, and American Express and how they do things differently, and how your business and even companies I work for do things differently that do not result in this situation. So there are things that we can actually learn from this situation. The first lesson in anything related to internet connectivity and big business is network failover. What is it? Well, network failover requires 2 or more ISPs to be able to connect up to your business, allowing you to go from one service to the other in the case of, higher demands in network demands or service demands, or if ever one of the services goes offline, you could just seamlessly switch from one to the other. Meaning that if you have more visitors than usual, you're okay. If you have one service that goes offline, you'll be slower, but you will continue to function. This is possible in Canada because we have 4 major telecoms across the country, and Interac undoubtedly has multiple data centers across the country. Meaning that for the first part, it was always going to be possible for them to do exactly like MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and others by having more than one ISP servicing them at any given time, meaning that this could have entirely been avoided. The second lesson is the existence of an exclusivity contract. Don't sign those. Don't even bother with them. The amount of damage to your business in the public eye when people learn about this means that you look ridiculous. If you are a business that relies on a singular ISP to service and you are your clients and you are an essential service, I hope you go out of business. Like, I literally hope you go out of business. This is not how you service a client whatsoever. MasterCard, Visa, American Express know this, so there is no way they would do this. You need 2 or more connections to the internet when you are an essential service. So these kinds of contracts should not exist because of all the risks associated with having a singular connection to the internet. Even if they have multiple geographic locations, just look at the ISP. It's incapable of having various sections turn off all the way up to the top without affecting the rest of the country. It's simply not built that way, and therefore it's impossible for it to react in that way, and therefore it is always going to be a bad idea to use the same service as your own redundant, if that is in fact what they're doing. Essential services should also be looking into other kinds of communication standards to service them, just in case wired connections are the issue. If you can go to other wireless standards, then maybe they could have actually failed over to slower satellite communications, but still been able to service all or most of their clients during this Interac blackout. So what it comes down to is, if you are running a business and you are an essential service, you should definitely be running network failover. But if you are a young business and you want to be taken seriously by your clients, you can actually have it as a feature, saying that your uptime is higher because, unlike Interac, you actually use multi-ISP network failover solutions, whereas other companies do not. And that is one of the most basic premises of network failure and of good business out there. Because if you're not using more than one service to protect your clients and your business interests, then what are you doing in business in the first place? So like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share it with those who think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com. You can see the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and of course, use the contact form and email me directly. And if you want to see me play video games, head over to twitch.tv/ZAxis1981, where I am currently playing God of War on PC. Watch me play these games every single week until I name the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.